What's up, guys? How is it going? It's Dakota Fisherman here, and today I'm going to go ahead and kind of go over how I did this particular rally trap, which, again, as you guys recall, alright, it's nothing more than a griffin-based rally trap. Alright, now, the rally trap itself, alright, now, you could probably play with this however you like. Really, all you need is 700,000, tier 4, and then 6 million to 5 million tier 2. And then what you'll need is you've got to go down and you have to get Gryphon. And the idea here is you want to get the level 10 bind completed so that it's in 6 seconds. And you want to make a couple skill stones for them. And the skill stones themselves, they're not terribly that bad. After like a certain point, you'll find that they're really cheap to make. 1.2 million anima and about 2 million or so across. Really not that bad. And so the idea, right, is basically you want to even out your comp. So what I do is I'll pop a 50% army size boost, right? It's 5,000 gems, right? But then what you do is you then go up and you would send a garrison. That's 375,000, right? Per building. You can have up to 6 marches. Technically you could have more if you get the more army size limit boosts, which again there's like 2 more that I know of that I can grab. So I could have done up to 8, but so 375k a pop per, and I pretty much even out so that what I end up having is like 200k roughly of tier 4 across, which looks like a really easy rally target. Because it's really just 5 million tier 2 with 200k across. Most people would look at that and go, okay, pretty easy, right? Now, the next step is that I made Demon my leader because I essentially wanted to bait infantry rallies, or cav rallies for that matter. I wanted to give people the impression that I was an infantry phalanx. So if they hit me, they'd see this, they would see that almost right away if they try to send a march to pick up on that, right? And then I was sitting in research gear. Now, essentially what I would do is I would wait for like at least 3 to 4 minutes before I even started getting reinforcements or anything like that. And essentially by the last minute, all right, by about 20 seconds or so, I would have the reinforcements come in. And then in the last 10 seconds, it's pretty systemic in that you then go over here, you click on this, you change your formation to whatever you want it to be. In this case, if it's a cav rally, then you need to be in range. So I go to range wedge in my case, and then, well, basically from that point forward, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, I guess. But in that regard, like here, I'm getting scouted by somebody in OR. So what we can do, right, is we can give them I'll show you. I basically give you an example of how to do this. So basically all I do is put all my troops away, right, and then I would throw all the tier 4 in. So put all that in there, and then take that all in there. Okay. And then maybe if I've got space, I'll do an 8R in this case, since I don't have any more, garrisons that I can throw in. But then I do like another here, And the idea is just to kind of hide the troop count as much as I can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Right now, he gets kind of an idea of what my comp is because of the no anti. So it kind of gives them the idea of safe, security, all that jazz, right? And so, in this case, what I've done is I've wiped out my range. So it looks like I'm 774, which, if anybody with a brain would probably know that's probably not a good rally to hit, right? But you kind of get the idea. The idea being that, if somebody does come by to hit you, and they want to rally, you would be sitting in research gear, like so. And then, if you wanted to, like, improve it any further, you would just do that, basically. And then what you would wait on is basically in the last 10 seconds or so, when they actually do decide to come by and hit you, By the time that rally walks, it takes about 5 to 10 seconds, and because of how I feel about it, usually I swap in the first 10 seconds my formation, and then I swap by polling in the next 6 seconds, right? So again, once I see the 8-second timer on that rally, I go over here and then I pop homeward bind, and that means in 6 seconds my troops are polling, and then in the next maybe 2 to 3 seconds that I have left, I would swap war gear on, and then I would check to see what the comp is. And then if the comp turns out not to be the counter, right? So if this turns out to be infantry, then I would very quickly go here and swap to the next phalanx, and then random as quick as I possibly can, right? And that's pretty much it. And that's how you would do the Griffin rally trap that you guys seen me pull off earlier. Now, obviously, you can do this at like any stage. You could be at a solo trap. You could be a rally trap. I wouldn't do this as a solo trap because it's really probably not such a great idea, but yeah, you probably could integrate it into a solo trap potentially if you were trying to do kind of like how people have been pretending to be banks and then random all of a sudden. That works, but like for rally trapping in particular, that's how I've ended up integrating it and using it. Again, if you're wondering, what about like rally trap gear and stuff like that? To answer that question, I would say essentially what you want to do is pick the gear that is best for the situation. So if you're going to go cavalry, for example, then you probably ought to wear cav gear. But if you don't know what it is, which oftentimes you don't, then you want to have a mix set. So I put on this mix set. Now, this is not like the best mix set. This is just the best mix set that I have on hand. And so I'm doing as evenly across as I can, 200, 224, 214, right? It's as close as I can get it. Obviously, I could change it out with some jewels and stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there that I can do to like make it that much more deadly. Something else that can be done to kind of improve your chances of getting hit, for that matter, is you could swap out to like trickster or something like that if that's what you want to do. I don't think most people, rally trapping wise, are going to take that bait though, but needless to say, that is kind of what you have to do in order to Griffin rally trap, though. It's a fun way to kind of basically get rid of your troops in the backline without people really picking up on the fact that, they see your might. And like in my case, I'm huge in might. But they look at my comp and then they go, well, his comp's weak, so he must be all core might. And it's a really easy win. And that doesn't always work for everybody, but needless to say, I hope you guys found this video somewhat informative, and needless to say, I'll see you guys next time.